back to another movie review. Yeah, it's the first one of 2024. Amazing to say that. We're starting fresh. We're starting this. It's amazing to say that, you know, the first one of the year. This film actually came out on New Year's Day, the 1st of January. And at the time of filming this, it is the 6th of January. So 5 days it's been out. This is One Life, starring Anthony Hopkins. This movie is directed by James Hawes. Now, don't really know much of what he's in, but what he's done. I think he's done some Black Mirror TV show episodes and whatnot, that type of stuff. But this movie stars Anthony Hopkins. We get Johnny Flynn, who plays a younger version of Nicholas, which is Anthony Hopkins' character. So, like, they have the older version and the younger version. Helena Bonham Carter plays his mum. We have Jonathan Pryce in there as well. He plays like a friend stroke like news person. Like, basically he's got good contacts and stuff like that. And then, you know, that's it basically. A bunch of other cast members, of course. The movie itself, though, is a very moving movie. I never expected this film to be that. I quite like this. The fact that I haven't seen a trailer to it. I only knew that there was Anthony Hopkins and Helena Bonham Carter in the movie. I didn't know anything of what it was about. You know, it could have been anything. But it was about, basically, back in World War II. This was a true story. So Anthony Hopkins was playing Nicholas Winton, who back in those in the war days, I guess, he went to Prague and he saw all the children that were not they were like not being able to be evacuated and saved and put into like refugee camps or whatever, but you know, all to be fostered and looked after by people. The British government wasn't really doing anything about it. No other governments were. So he took it upon himself with the help of his mum. So he was in Prague and then his mum was back home. And they, between them, managed to get these like visas and stuff all signed off so these children could actually travel. Otherwise, they would have died. So in a nutshell, this is a true story. So right from the bat, it was very moving. And it was as I'd expected to be. Anthony Hopkins, I think this time last year, if not the year before, he released a movie called The Father, which I am yet to see, which I know did fantastic at that particular year's Oscars. I believe it was the year before last. It did fantastic at the Oscars. He won the actual best actor for that year. And it's similar to that. It gives me that type of feels. Like, I feel like this could be all over the award season. I'm not too sure, but anyways, in a nutshell, basically, obviously Nicholas is there trying to get these children saved. I don't want to, you know, give too much spoilers away, but it is a true story. You know, at the end of the film, we do get the whole, like, you know, Nicholas saved this many children. This happened to him. He went on this TV show and it sparked this much audience, which means like these children found him and all of that stuff. And at the end of it, it was just like, whoa, like this is such a heavy film for a Saturday morning. I didn't expect it to be as heavy as it was, but I was pleasantly surprised. I was a bit questionable at the beginning because it was like he was in the first like 20 minutes of the film, Anthony Hopkins, and then it cuts to like Johnny Flynn, who plays the younger version, as I said. But he was playing the younger version a lot in this film. I would love to know the difference of lines because I really feel like Johnny Flynn had a lot more lines and scenes than Anthony Hopkins, and his scenes were very much just in his house type of thing, you know, just there were some scenes it would cut back to him and he was just like tidying a room up or something, not saying any lines, and then it'd go back to Johnny Flynn and the story would continue. So there was a bit of that happening. There was a bit of toing and froing with flashbacks, not flash forwards, but like normal present day and then going backwards in time. And the story was then developing as he was like finding things in his older life, and then he'd go back and you'd be like, oh, that's where he got the bag from, that the bag was in his drawer. All that type of stuff. I think the role was a perfect casting for Anthony Hopkins based on something that I saw at the very end of the film, that he was knighted by the Queen and it looked exactly like the character. So yeah, really, really moving movie. It's all about the historic aspect of World War II, obviously, and like a different aspect, not just like, you know, war and fighting. It's like, you know, these children, like there was a lot of effort that went into certain teams to get these children the help that they actually needed. So yeah, I really liked that. I liked that whole approach, that whole everything. It was really good. So rating the movie then, first rating of the year and on the new 2024 ranked list for my Letterboxd is a 4-star. Solid start to the year. A great start to the year. Just like I said, not giving it a full 5-star because of the beginning of the film and because of the lack of like Anthony Hopkins lines. I feel like we didn't really see much of him. It was a Johnny Flynn show, but that wasn't a bad thing. It was just, you know, it would cut across, and it was a bit, you know, separated, I guess. Nonetheless, though, there's my review of One Life. You should go and watch it if you're into anything like this, World War-y type of stuff. You like true story movies. This is definitely for you. I would 100% give it a go. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. And also subscribe down below if you like what you see. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.